My name is Todd Nielsen. I'm a retired police officer, and I'm now the director of training.
Perfect. Awesome. Go through your credentials.
So I was a police officer in San Jose, California for 25 years. I did narcotics, prostitution, fugitive apprehension, human trafficking, and just about every other special operations thing that I could possibly do. I did some time in our training unit teaching defensive tactics, first aid, CPR, tactical training, tactical entries, dynamic entries, slow search entries, low light training. I actually wrote the current low light training program for the police department and was on the board for all the active shooter training that we were going to do within the entire county. We teach a number of different classes. We teach everything from I have never touched a gun and I'm terrified of them, all the way up to special operations, military, and law enforcement type training. We actually have a virtual training program that one of our instructors has developed where if you've never been around a firearm or anything like that, we can actually start training you on the virtual stuff so that you don't have the loud noise, the recoil, and the smells and all that stuff going on. It's just simply squeezing the trigger with your finger, and we can tell on the projector and the screen where you actually made your impact, and then we can take that same training and then apply it to a live fire training exercise to get you as accurate as possible, as fast as possible. It's amazing. It's an amazing tool that we have here that most firearms training companies just do not have. One of the benefits that you get, especially with my background, you get the real life experience of this is what really happens when you're in an armed encounter. You know, we run you through the idea of this is what's going to happen in your court proceedings. This is what's going to happen post-incident, okay? Because this part's real easy. The pressing the trigger on somebody, that part's the easy part. It's all the stuff that happens afterward that becomes really the problem, and where all the stress and everything else starts to happen. We want to make sure that you're prepared for that part of it also. And the way that we teach everything is based off of, hey, this is a long-term thing. We've got to make sure that you survive the entire event. And the event doesn't end until all the court cases are adjudicated and you've gotten all your mental faculties and made sure that you're mentally and physically okay from that event. One of the cool things that you get when you're training with me specifically is the experience that I have. It's not just for the advanced person. It's literally for the person that, hey, this is the first time you picked up a firearm, and then tomorrow night you go and have to clear your house and end up having to shoot somebody. So with our programs, the way that they're set up, if you're afraid or timid of what's going to happen with firearms training and stuff like that, it's our job to make it, or at least we look at it as it's our job to make it easier and more comfortable for you. And you know, I get this question a lot too, but I'm a little nervous around firearms. And I'm like, good, you should be. Firearms are scary. I work around them every single day. And the reality of it is it's a controlled explosion going off in your hands. And I want you to become as comfortable with firearms as you are just frying an egg. It should literally be that comfortable. And it can be that safe. And when we do all of our programs, it's set up so that not only can you have a good time learning, okay, because we add a lot of laughter in it, we like to make people laugh, but we also make sure that you get all the key parts that you're supposed to get in order to know and understand all the implications of utilizing a firearm can be. You know, I had a lady today that she was super nervous about having a gun in her house. She never grew up around firearms, and her husband, very dedicated firearms owner, and has several firearms in the house. And as soon as she even saw just a replica firearm, just a plastic firearm, her hands were legitimately shaking. And I sat down with her and go, hey, let's just have a conversation about this. You just need to know and understand, because that knowledge that you're going to gain just from knowing what a firearm can do and the capabilities of a firearm are going to be amazing in helping you become more comfortable with being around the firearms and all the different things that you can do with firearms. Not only that, they're a lot of fun. When you actually start shooting and you're hitting what you're aiming at, the amount of excitement and the confidence that it builds in people, it's absolutely amazing to see and watch that. And to be honest with you, that's one of my favorite things as an instructor, to sit there and watch these people go from, I'm kind of scared about being around guns, and then all of a sudden just, yes, this is so awesome. I'm having so much fun with this. And that's something anybody can do. And literally, even my 6-year-old daughter, well, when she was 6, she started shooting, and as soon as she started hitting the target, she just thought it was the most amazing thing in the world. And when you can sit there and constantly build on that, it's amazing all the great things that you can do, because firearms training is just a little piece of building up a piece of your confidence. It's just a little tiny, tiny piece. And with the training that we do, we help build that entire confidence for everything that you're doing in life.